On the short gearing, so he can do that tight line and still get a good drive on the green stuff.
Last time around was half a second quicker than the leaders, so
Yeah,
will he be able to respond?
And as he said, you know, I was braking super late, and when David went even deeper, he thought Riarte has to watch out, you know, too many excursions onto the green and he's going to have a long lap penalty.
6 laps to go. Morelli has.
Well, that's right. I mean, as you say, it's doable, isn't it? Well, something's going to happen. He hung back and just nipped inside him to take the win. That was absolutely superb. But he's obviously trying to get away, and he's not getting away from that gap. Is not huge. Morelli, the fastest lap of the race so far. Superb stuff.
Brian, the last of the late breakers here as well in towards turn 8. He guards
from Marco Morelli.
Yeah, Morelli definitely catching him sector by sector, isn't he? And his line superbly, commanding out front. You can go off track there, that's blue, it's not green. As long as Pratama, Mitani and Danish, as well as Gonzalez, keep it fairly tidy as well. He pulled the pin, haven't they? Yeah, they have really pulled the pin, big style, as they cross the line. It's all fine. It's all starting to get a bit tasty now. Gonzalez pushed back a little bit, Mitani, they'll be back on it, and that is not your usual overtaking place for David Gonzalez. Very nicely done indeed. Pushing a full 2.5 seconds adrift actually. That went up big time. Give a bit of pressure at Vader.
Yeah, as I say, I think that is...
Well done, that man.
He'll go anywhere, won't he, Davies? He's a man on form superbly and very much
in the final sector alone. So this is a real chasing group. I don't think they're going to be able to catch back on. They've got
still Zen Mitani not fighting his way, not sticking his elbows out at the moment, you know, hoping to pick up a Moto3 ride for next year. Superb.
Marco Morelli was a second quicker than everybody else. Do something very special. Morelli's doing what he did back in Assen last year. He's just basically saying
there's 3 laps to go, 2.5 laps to go. I think as he's going to do the same as yesterday, we're going to see his best.
It's on track that time around near enough. A 1:45.3. Goodness gracious. I'm absolutely having it. If you're quick enough, come with. If not, I'll see you at Parc Ferme, chaps.
On the last couple of laps. So it's still Brian Riarte that leads over Marco Morelli. Man, that's incredible, isn't it? Absolutely superb.
Morelli's absolutely in the groove. This is like...
That's right. Now, Beñat Fernandez, as I say, he's carrying a wrenched arm into this. Also carrying a sort of a... David Gonzalez, disappointed not to win yesterday. So determined to do it today.
What we saw from one of his 2 wins back last year. No, it was actually...
Small injury is Zen Mitani. Oh, the inside goes Brian Riarte to take second.
Tell you what, Brian is, certainly was yesterday, the most cunning of all of them, wasn't he? I mean, actually, Morelli, who set the fastest lap. That graphic on your screen is wrong.
Okay, right. So, in place from David Gonzalez. Superb stuff.
Going to rename him Larry Lunge after that. That's what it's about when you're just preparing for anything to happen. You know,
that's right. But
you've just got to take advantage.
Brian Riarte has the advantage. He's now got Marco Morelli locked onto the rear.
Because that was brilliant.
But it was the David Gonzalez move, really, wasn't it, on the brakes? But yeah, anyway.
Fox, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he was a battle of 4 men, and he was 4th at one point. Morelli of that KTM.
Tinez has gone down, unfortunately, at turn 2. That's a shame. I think
he replayed that superbly. So now Zen Mitani is at the back of that group. He came into the around that last lap yesterday.
Yeah, really, really impressive. Well, it's all about to go. Same happened yesterday, didn't it? Tinez went wide yesterday, so he finished 4th.
Weekend carrying a wrenched shoulder, and said that in the first race he just hung in the group.
Off well and truly. Ramadipa in the background taking charge of the chasing pack. 14th, a couple of points, but fastest lap of the race earlier in the gravel this time around, unfortunately.
You know, because he wanted to save the shoulder as much as possible. Then over the last couple of laps,
0.5 seconds of gap now. Beñat Fernandez just behind him. Pugliese, Famara into the top 10. Car pushing to the Venezuelan.
And he'd rejoined the race, so maybe he'll pick up a place again. Air is the 54 laps. He said, I just closed my mind to the pain, closed my mind, looked ahead and went for it. And he's
10th, Thompson 11th. Plot, Daniel Monignane are in that group as well.
And I think Vader of Vader Pratama fell off yesterday, but said I'm going to do the same thing in race 2. So that is why, as much as anything, Zen has got to do something different going down the back straight. And up the inside comes Morelli to take the lead. Now is wanting to deal with the number 13 of Hakim Danish. He's a couple of places sitting there in 5th place rather than battling hammer and tongs at every corner with the guys ahead of him.
There we go.
From Brian Uriarte, 3rd is
And
David
Uriarte
Gonzalez.
goes straight back.
Yeah, he does. Ahead of him at the moment, and that would give him 2nd place in the cup. But it's Brian Uriarte, our cup champion, leading with
Go, smart lad, smart lad. As we look back down the order then, it's Karpushin and Benyat Fernandez, Ramadipa plus...
Oh, and they're getting a ride back home. And good to see they're okay. Yeah, and I think Marco Morelli right on his tail.
Still all to play for. Pugliase's fallen off the leading group. Oh, Morelli!
We almost lost Morelli.
Oh, that was a...
Vader has got to do something a bit different. Otherwise, he will struggle. He won't, down.
As we know, in Rookies Cup, in this final race of the year, Mitani and Pratama, big moment, wasn't it? And he's still keeping it pinned. Uriarte, though, responding. They're getting faster and faster.
On that back straight on the last lap. Right up.
Oh, Gonzalez looks up the inside, but it does go. No, he does. Absolutely brilliant, as close as you like. They are not shy. Lost a lap by lap, 144.9 this time around. Well, this race is absolutely on, isn't it? Well, he does a little bit because Brian Squirt is back up the inside there again. That's what we're talking about. You just hit on those boys.
No, that's right. I mean, Zen is really good at wedging himself a gap, isn't he? He just
Morelli decides to let. Is he doing that because maybe a wet patch caught him out and he wants somebody else? Can't imagine how close their wheels are to touching each other.
That's right.
It's just so extreme.
It is. Sort of put his elbows in and squeeze through.
What a character! What a character to take charge or what? I don't know. Or is he just a bit spooked and needs to gather himself again?
Well, yeah, he knows it's just a lap and a half remaining. Now, if Zen Mitani has anything left in it,
to absolutely love it. Gonzalez moves to the inside, up the inside, and Morelli there, the 90.
there's a few laps to go, and he can afford just to follow Brian for a corner or two because he's in his left shoulder. He's about to use it because he's got to start making a play toward.
Looks for a little bit of space to get first as well, but gets the door slammed shut by Uriarte.
Not going to get away from them, is he? No, 3 abreast behind Brian Uriarte, but Marco Morelli holds the front.
Through Curvone they come for the penultimate time. Uriarte leads. Oh, just sensational. And there we go. Gonzalez was the fastest rider of the race last.
On to 2nd place ahead of Vader Patama.
That was brilliant. Absolutely. Gonzalez. He goes wide again.
He's on the green again. 2 things. He can't afford
time around.
superb stuff. And in something.
Oh,